here to shake the matrix, expand your mind, and make you think. How y'all doing this morning? Hopefully you're waking up, getting to watch the beautiful sunrise, and hopefully your day is going amazing. Well, I got my first citation for parking overnight somewhere, whatever. But, wasn't really overnight, so there you go. But anyways, that's what they're assuming. Oh well, there's that. Anyways, I do have some things to tell you all, and I want to talk about finding joy beyond anger. I mean, have you ever felt like anger has trapped you? Like an overwhelming force that surges at the smallest provocation? Have you ever felt the sting of rejection or found yourself struggling to build back when anger builds the rim and goes over? You know what I'm saying? Have you guys ever had that experience? Well, then after the anger is released, shame rushes in, right? And it becomes like kind of this mess within us. And you want to react that way. And this is a story that many of us know all too well. How many of you gotten to that place where you're just hanging on, you get so frustrated, and then it just goes poof. So I used to live like this. Used to live in angry all the time. And my root was rejection. And see, what I say that is it's never about the story that we've had in our lives that causes the reactions. It's about what we believe about ourselves in those experiences that get us to this place. But see, the thing was that I had to get to this reality and recognize what was there. See, living with anger is like living in a prison without walls of, confinement within your own mind and conditions. It's not just a situation that makes us angry. Truthfully, it's often about the stories we carry and the wounds we hold on to from those past experiences, and the story we believe about ourselves in those experiences. Situations we never should have even gone through, but we did, and it was not right. But see, anger grows from the seeds of these stories, from believing the worst about ourselves and about others. But what if I told you it's possible to take that anger, the burning energy inside, and transform it? To go from anger to a place of, contentment, and peace from rage to love, where your whole world is flipped upside down in the best way possible. Trust me, it's recognizing where that really, really stems from. See, something I had to recognize is you and I, we are a spark of the divine. And that spark of the divine has been misguided, kind of covered in crap. And we forgot to see that beautiful spark, or that beautiful diamond in the sense of what you are. And over time, the things that once would have bubbled out with actual love, instead, because of what we believe about ourselves, it bubbles out in anger. So it can be flipped upside down. It's very possible to take that anger and burning energy and transform it. So not too long ago, I was not a woman of peace or joy. I was one whom anger could easily take over, and the things I said or did in those moments only brought shame and embarrassment. Nobody wants to be known for their anger, but there's a pathway out, a way to be free from it all. And it all comes down to us making choices. Good morning and hello and welcome. Not too long ago, I didn't think there was any way out of my own prison cell that I had. See, the thing is, what I teach is that not only are we the prisoner, but we're the prison guard. And it's like recognizing that we have this beautiful freedom to get out. But see, the journey always begins with a willingness to feel, to allow ourselves to feel the emotion, but don't react with the impulsivity, but to learn to slow everything down for a moment and ask yourself, why am I really angry anyways? Is this feeling reasonable? Then go deeper. What is the trigger in the first place? This response in me, where is it coming from? Why does this really bother me anyway? And so deeply, why am I so offended? Often anger arises because we believe something negative about ourselves. But are any of those true, what we're believing? I don't think they really are. When we really come down to it, and we get into a stop moment and we pull ourselves back, instead of being that first person, the defense mechanism. See, something I've learned, and most people that struggle with anger, they're really sensitive people. They're empathic, and they're picking up everything from all over. But because of the trauma and the past and the things that they've believed, it's just coming out the wrong way. But if we stop for a moment and we recognize the true being, that divine, beautiful spark, in that moment, we learn to breathe, take a deep breath, steady that breath and focus on that energy of that anger. As it moves through our body, learn to let it go and transmute into love and kindness. If I had to make those choices, I would ask myself, if this anger was love, how would I feel right now? With each breath, I allowed the loving energy to replace the anger. And it took a time, truly a long time. But listen, it's possible. We can all do it. Understand. We have to learn to release the story that kept us trapped and not let that be our focus. I had to realize that much of my anger stemmed from my old belief system, and that belief system was never true. So I started to tell myself the truth. I am not broken. I am not incomplete. I am accepted. I am love. And I do not need to search for love and validation outside of myself. For I am a spark of the divine, and the divine is not anger. The divine is love, pure, unconditional, and unwavering. And as I embraced this truth, it took a while. I began to let go of my perception of anger and allowed love to flood in. I reprogrammed this brain and this mind to understand that I didn't need to react out of fear, hurt, or the need to be accepted. Instead, I could respond from a place of knowing who I truly was and am, that whole, worthy, inherently loved. To anyone who still struggles with anger, know this anger is not who you are. It is a reaction, a protective mechanism, but it doesn't define us. Begin asking questions, by breaking things down a little bit and by letting love fill in the spaces where anger used to be. With time, we heal. With time, joy flies up instead. With time, we find peace. And trust me, it's not too far out of reach for all of us. All right, well, you all, hopefully you're all doing well. What's going on in your world? Make sure you do one thing towards your dreams every single day. It brings you one step closer. Make sure you recognize you're valuable in the matter, and you're all unique puzzle pieces to the ultimate puzzle of the cosmos. Hang in there. Peace out. Much love.